Hello. Hope you all are doing well and welcome back to Tipsy Traveler. In today's video we'll learn about Indian GMT and longitude. Indian GMT and longitude. Indian Standard Time, IST, is 5:30 hours ahead of Coordinated Universal Time, UTC plus 5:30. The longitude that passes through India and is used to calculate IST is 82.5 degrees east. This line of longitude passes through the states of Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, and Tamil Nadu. The 82.5 degrees east longitude was chosen as the standard longitude for India because it is the approximate central longitude of the country. This means that the time in IST is the same for most of India. However, there are some exceptions. For example, the state of Arunachal Pradesh is located in the easternmost part of India, and it is 92 degrees east. This means that the time in Arunachal Pradesh is 90 minutes ahead of IST. The use of 82.5 degrees east as the standard longitude for India has been criticized by some people. They argue that it is unfair to the people in the eastern parts of the country, who have to adjust their clocks by 90 minutes. However, the government of India has defended the use of 82.5 degrees east, arguing that it is the most practical solution for a country as large as India. Understanding Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time, IST, is the time zone used throughout India, and it's 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of Coordinated Universal Time, UTC plus 5:30. How IST is calculated. The longitude used. The longitude used to calculate IST is 82.5 degrees east. It passes through several states, including Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Why 82.5 degrees east was chosen? This particular longitude was chosen because it's the approximate central longitude of India. This means that the time in IST is the same for most regions of India. Exceptions to ist. However, there are some exceptions. For instance, Arunachal Pradesh is located in the easternmost part of India, at 92 degrees east, which results in a difference of 90 minutes from IST. The debate over using 82.5 degrees east. The argument against 82.5 degrees east. Some people criticize the use of 82.5 degrees east, arguing that it is unfair to the people in the eastern parts of India who have to adjust their clocks by 90 minutes. The counterargument for 82.5 degrees east. On the other hand, the government of India has defended the use of 82.5 degrees east, stating that it's the most practical solution for a country as large as India. Daylight saving time in India. India does not observe daylight saving time, DST. This means that the time in India is the same throughout the year. How IST compares to other time zones. Istvazosist. America's Eastern Standard Time, EST, is 10 hours and 30 minutes behind IST. Istvazos CET. Central European Time, CET, is 4 hours and 30 minutes behind IST. Istvazos YOT-ST. Japan Standard Time, JST, is 3 hours and 30 minutes ahead of IST. IST and the Indian Railway System. The start of IST in railways. IST was first adopted by Indian Railways in 1884. At that time, Mumbai was used as the prime meridian for India. The shift from Mumbai to 82.5 degrees east. In 1906, Indian Railways shifted from using Mumbai to calculate time to using 82.5 degrees east. The role of IST in Indian Railways today. Today, IST is used in Indian Railways to regulate train schedules and maintain consistency across regions. IST and international phone calls. If you need to make an international call to India, it's important to take the time difference between your location and IST into consideration. For instance, if you're calling from New York in the United States, you need to add 10 hours and 30 minutes to the current time to get the time in India. The future of time in India, New Delhi time. What is New Delhi time? New Delhi time, NDT, is a proposed time zone for India that is 30 minutes ahead of IST. It would be based on the 90 degrees east longitude, which passes through the city of New Delhi. Why the need for NDT? The main reason for proposing NDT is to provide a more accurate representation of local time in India. It would help reduce the confusion caused by the current time difference between eastern and western India. IST in major Indian cities. Mumbai. In Mumbai, IST can be observed at its exact time, since it also follows the same longitude as IST. Chennai. For those in Chennai, the sunrise and sunset times may be up to 20 minutes earlier than the rest of India because it is located farther east than Central India Standard Time, CIST. Kolkata. The time in Kolkata is 30 minutes behind IST, as it is aligning with the Bengaluru time instead. Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time, IST, is the standard time in India. It is 5:30 hours ahead of Coordinated Universal Time, UTC plus 5:30. IST is not adjusted for daylight saving time. Indian GMT, also known as IST or UTC plus 5:30, is the time zone used in India. It is 5 hours and 30 minutes ahead of Coordinated Universal Time, UTC. The time difference between IST and GMT is 5 hours and 30 minutes. For example, if it is 12 p.m. in IST, it is 6:30 a.m. in GMT. The time difference between IST and other time zones can be found by consulting a time zone converter. The use of IST in India dates back to the British Raj. In 1905, the British government established IST as the standard time for India. IST was originally based on the mean solar time at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, England. However, in 1947, India adopted a new time standard that was based on the mean solar time at the Indian Standard Time Observatory in Prayagraj, Allahabad. IST is currently the only time zone used in India. However, there have been proposals to introduce a second time zone in India, known as Eastern Standard Time, EST. EST would be 30 minutes ahead of IST. The introduction of EST has been met with some opposition, as it would disrupt the current timekeeping system in India. However, there are also some who believe that EST would be beneficial, as it would better align India with the time zones of its neighboring countries. Ultimately, the decision of whether or not to introduce EST is a political one. However, the use of IST in India is likely to continue for the foreseeable future. Indian Standard Time. Indian Standard Time, IST, is the official time zone in India. It is 5:30 hours ahead of Coordinated Universal Time, UTC plus 5:30. Although there have been proposals to introduce a new time zone, IST is currently the only time zone used in India. IST GMT. The time difference between Indian Standard Time, IST, and Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, is 5 hours and 30 minutes. If it is 12 p.m. in IST, it is 6:30 a.m. in GMT. IST is not adjusted for daylight saving time. To find the time difference between IST and other time zones, you can consult a time zone converter. British Raj. In 1905, the British Raj established IST as the standard time for India. IST was based on the mean solar time at the Royal Observatory in Greenwich, England. IST Observatory. In 1947, India adopted a new time standard based on the mean solar time at the Indian Standard Time Observatory in Prayagraj, Allahabad. A proposal. There have been proposals to introduce a new time zone in India, Eastern Standard Time, EST, which would be 30 minutes ahead of IST. Benefits of EST. Those who support the introduction of Eastern Standard Time, EST, believe that it would better align India with the time zones of its neighboring countries. This could have positive effects on international trade, business, and tourism. However, there is also some opposition to the proposal, as it would disrupt the current timekeeping system in India. International trade. EST could make it easier for Indian businesses to communicate and collaborate with neighboring countries. Business operations. EST could streamline business operations and increase efficiency with timely communication. Tourism. EST would provide tourists with an extra half hour of daylight and a more comfortable travel schedule. IST timekeeping. Consistency. The use of IST in India provides consistency and makes it easier to coordinate events and schedules throughout the country. No de adjustments. IST is not adjusted for daylight saving time, which means that schedules remain consistent throughout the year. Reliability. IST is a reliable time standard that provides stability and predictability to Indian society and culture. IST and global business. Benefits. Indian Standard Time, IST, is beneficial for international businesses that operate in India as it provides consistency and makes it easier to coordinate events and schedules throughout the country. IST is the only official time zone used in India. IST provides predictability and stability to Indian society. Challenges. However, IST can present challenges for international businesses that operate across multiple time zones. Coordinating meetings and conference calls across different locations can be difficult, especially for businesses in the US or Europe. IST is 5:30 hours ahead of Coordinated Universal Time, UTC plus 5:30. Consulting a time zone converter is essential for scheduling meetings across different time zones. IST Observatory. The Indian Standard Time Observatory is located in Prayagraj, Allahabad, a city in the northern Indian state of Uttar Pradesh. The observatory is responsible for maintaining the accuracy and consistency of Indian Standard Time, which is based on the mean solar time at this location. History. The IST Observatory was established in 1899 as the first timekeeping institute in India. Standardization. The observatory became the official source of Indian Standard Time in 1950. Maintenance. Today, the observatory is responsible for calibrating timekeeping devices across India to ensure consistent and reliable timekeeping. IST and Bollywood. Indian Standard Time, IST, plays an important role in the Bollywood film industry. The standardization of timekeeping in India has made it easier for filmmakers to coordinate schedules and shooting locations across the country. Timekeeping has also been a central theme in many Bollywood films, such as Calendar Girls and Schedule Change. Actors' schedules. IST makes it easier for Bollywood actors to coordinate their busy schedules and maintain a consistent work schedule. Filming locations. IST provides consistency and predictability when choosing film locations for Bollywood productions. Timekeeping on set. IST ensures that timekeeping on Bollywood film sets is consistent and reliable, which is essential for coordinating complex production schedules and coordinating with actors. The future of timekeeping. Technological advancements. Advancements in technology will continue to change the way we keep time. Newer technologies such as GPS and atomic clocks offer a high degree of precision in timekeeping. Standardization. The standardization of timekeeping will remain important in global business and international trade. More countries will likely adopt standard time zones in the future to keep pace with global trends. IST in India. IST is likely to remain the official time zone in India for the foreseeable future, but the introduction of a new time zone could be considered in the future.